Greetings in the love and in the light of our infinite prime creator, the divine grid programmer. Happy Christ Mass. In celebration of Christ Consciousness Mass, I want to share once again from this book, The Law of Light by Lars Muhl, from the chapter entitled, Who Was Jesus? This is a question that has interested theologians as well as laymen and women all over the world ever since reports of that unusual person were spread abroad. Many have wondered why there isn't more historical evidence and biographical detail about a man who has meant so much to so many. However, according to Middle East tradition, in which the message is always more important than the messenger, it isn't at all strange. Jesus was first and foremost a Semite, or Shemite, son of Shem, a word that has the same root as the expression for the creative principle, SHM. Shem was the oldest son of Noah. The meaning of the name Shem is upright, righteous, renowned, brilliant, shining, splendor, dignity, sign, monument, memorial. Jesus' Jewish name was Yeshua, which directly translated means Yahweh saves, or Yad-He, Vod-He, YHWH, saves. Yeshua's parents, Mary and Yosef, were both Essenes, and that meant they both possessed insight into the scriptures as well as an understanding of the overriding meaning of life. The Essenes, dressed in white, lived as vegetarians, practiced an economy whereby everything was held in common, opposed the custom of animal sacrifice, took ritual baths, tilled the land, studied and copied the holy writings, interpreted dreams, were familiar with astrology and the prophetic sense, knew about herbs and crystals, and were also outstanding healers. Two historians of the time wrote of them, a race apart, more remarkable than any other in the world. And they are truly masters of belief, truth, and uprightness, true servants of peace. Approximately 100 years before Yeshua's birth, the Essenes had expected their true teacher of righteousness, a Messiah, Melchizedek-like identity, to be reincarnated in Israel. Messiah, in Aramaic, Meshia or Messiah, means in direct translation, the anointed, exactly like the Greek Christos. The Messiah archetype has many parallels with the Avatar archetype of the Far East. An avatar, according to the Vedic tradition, is an enlightened soul that descends from the higher planes of consciousness in order to help its less developed brothers and sisters. Lao Tzu, Zoroaster, Moses, Buddha, Krishna, and Mohammed are just some of the better known of such avatars. It is worth remembering that Christianity had not yet been invented in the time of up to Yeshua's birth. Another tradition was current, a tradition from which Christianity later sprang. From their captivity under the Egyptians and later the Chaldeans and Babylonians, the Jews brought religious traditions back with them that influenced their own cult and perception of God. The Essenes in particular took up the esoteric aspects of these traditions. It was most probably from the Zarathustra tradition in Persia that the anticipation of a coming avatar, Messiah, came. In the Bhagavad Gita, one of the world's oldest scriptures, and certainly one known to the Essenes, we read, "When goodness ceases to exist and injustice seizes power, I incarnate myself as Avatar. In every age, I reveal myself in order to protect the good, destroy all evil, and establish the truth." When stars appeared in the heavens in a manner anticipated by the Essenes, the constellation of Melchizedek, the three oldest and wisest of the congregation were sent out from their university on the western shore of the Dead Sea, east of Bethlehem, to find the new Melchizedek incarnation. Melchi means king, Zedek equals just. So a just king was what Melchizedek means. In exactly the same way, new Lama incarnations are found in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. In Isaiah chapter 52, verses 13 to chapters 53, verses 1 through 12, it is almost a handbook for Yeshua's mission and destiny, not as the suffering Messiah, which is a mistaken interpretation, but as a true Bodhisattva, who by his example shows how one, even at the moment of death, can transform fear into life-giving hope and healing. By taking the pain of the world upon himself, Yeshua made his barbaric and seemingly meaningless death deeply meaningful. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that made us whole, and with his stripes we were healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. The prophecies of a coming Messiah, exemplified by Yeshua, are many. But thou, Bethlehem Ephrath, thou though be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall come forth unto me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose going forth have been from of old, from everlasting. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just, and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. And I said unto them, if you think good, give me my price, and if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver. And the Lord said unto me, cast it unto the potter, a goodly price that I was apprised at of them. And I took the 30 pieces of silver, and cast them to the potter in the house of the Lord. And one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in thine hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shears is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. For the dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. Moses said, the Lord God will raise up for you a prophet from your brethren as he raised up me. You shall listen to him in whatever he tells you, and it shall be that every soul that does not listen to that prophet shall be destroyed from the people. From the scrolls found outside the Essene University at Qumran by the Dead Sea, we know that one of the Essenes' most revered books was the Book of Enoch. According to the American seer Edgar Cayce, Yeshua was the incarnation of Amelius, an etheric spirit identity in Atlantis. Adam, the first incarnated man on earth. Enoch, Hermes, Melchizedek, Joseph, Joshua, Asaph, and Zarathustra. But he was also Ial, the elect one, before the beginning of time, Shem, the son of Noah, and later the prophet and healer Elisha, the pupil of Elijah the prophet, who later became Yohanan the Baptist. The incarnation line of Yeshua is the true order of Melchizedek, an incarnation line of the first soul, our elder brother, who took upon himself to incarnate again and again as an example for us to follow. The secret motto of this order is, one who saves but one soul is as if he preserves an entire world. And then we have the Tetragrammaton, as you can see. Right here. See, get that up in there. Oh, we got a little lighting issue. Let's see. I got a little issue going on with one of my devices back there, but there you can see a little bit better. That's Tetragrammaton. So there's a few more pages in this chapter, and we'll continue on here with who was Jesus, but just at least we got a good bit of it started, and I'll come back a little bit later.
Namaste, namaskaram.